She was the love of my life. Lily, beautiful, kind, and we were perfect together. My mother adored her, or so I thought. Behind my back she was whispering poison. She told Lily my brother Mark needed her more, that I would be fine, but Mark, he needed saving. Lily, with her heart of gold, believed her. She thought she was making a sacrifice for the greater good. She didn't know she was breaking mine. The wedding was a blur, my brother oblivious, beaming with happiness. Lily, her eyes filled with a sadness I couldn't decipher then. And me, I was drowning. My mother, with a triumphant gleam in her eyes, hugged me tightly. "It's for the best," she whispered. "You'll understand someday." But I didn't. I couldn't fathom how she could orchestrate such cruelty, how she could betray me so deeply, all in the name of family. The days after the wedding were a blur of pain. The empty space beside me in bed was a constant reminder of my loss. Lily's laughter, once music to my ears, now echoed in the silence, a painful reminder of what I had lost. Her scent lingered in my apartment, a torturous ghost of happier times. I couldn't bear to look at my brother, couldn't stomach the sight of their supposed happiness. The betrayal cut deep, a wound that refused to heal. My mother tried to mend bridges, but her words rang hollow. The trust was shattered, the damage irreparable. Friends tried to console me, but their words offered little solace. They hadn't experienced the pain, the gut-wrenching agony of losing the woman you loved to your own brother. The world moved on, but I remained stuck, trapped in a cycle of grief and anger. Years passed. I threw myself into my work, finding solace in the routine, the distraction. I moved to a new city, seeking a fresh start, a chance to outrun the pain. Slowly, life started to regain some semblance of normalcy. I dated, cautiously, hesitantly. The fear of getting hurt again, of being betrayed, lingered like a shadow, but gradually I began to heal. The pain never truly disappeared, but the sharp edges softened, replaced by a dull ache. I built a new life for myself, a successful career, a close circle of friends. I wasn't the same man who had stood broken at his brother's wedding. I was stronger, more guarded. Life had dealt me a cruel blow, but I had risen from the ashes. It was a rainy Tuesday evening when our paths crossed again. 5 years had passed since the wedding. 5 years since I last saw Lily. I was at a conference in Chicago, a city I now called home. The familiar ache in my chest returned as I saw her across the crowded room. Time had treated her well. She was even more beautiful than I remembered. She hadn't seen me yet. Her back was turned, her attention focused on someone in the crowd. My heart pounded in my chest. A mix of emotions surged through me. Anger, sadness, longing. For a moment, I was paralyzed, unable to move, to breathe. As if sensing my gaze, she turned. Our eyes met across the room and the world stopped. The years melted away, and we were transported back to a time when our love was new, innocent. A flicker of recognition crossed her face, followed by a wave of emotions, shock, guilt, perhaps even a hint of the love I desperately hoped still burned for me. The silence stretched between us, thick with unspoken words, with years of regret and unspoken pain. She looked different, more mature, but her eyes still held the same warmth that had drawn me to her all those years ago. I wanted to look away, to run, to escape the torrent of emotions that threatened to consume me, but something held me captive. Perhaps it was the raw pain in her eyes, a mirror of my own, or maybe it was the faint glimmer of hope that flickered beneath the surface. Whatever it was, I couldn't turn away. Not yet. Not until I had some answers. I approached her cautiously, my heart pounding in my chest. The years had done little to diminish the effect she had on me. Her perfume, a scent I knew all too well, hit me with the force of a physical blow. Memories, both good and bad, flooded my mind, threatening to drown me in their wake.